And here we go. Welcome everybody to the YouTube channel for the very first episode. We're going to run through today a full day of eating. Now, I've actually recorded this entire day twice before, both in December, but used the wrong camera settings on the camera, so it wouldn't have worked on YouTube. So hopefully this is the last time I record this full day out. Now, the time is currently 9:20. Woke up at home today, which was pleasantly welcome, let's say. I slept at my girlfriend's house for as long as I can remember. So to stay in my own bed last night was nice, let's just say. I don't really enjoy sharing a bed. Fucking hate it, in fact. But it's something that we do for the cause, I guess. So I stayed at home last night, a bit battered from the cut, tired, feel a bit cooked. So I thought, you know what, I'll try and get a good night's sleep on my own last night. Ended up having a fucking terrible sleep. Must have woke up about 6 times. So something to keep an eye on over the next few days. But training's been quite hard and intense now for, I'd probably say, the last 18, 19 weeks. I've not really slowed down, been progressing lifts every single week. So there could be a deload on the horizon, but I'm still progressing every single lift in the gym. So for now, it'll just be a case of, digging my heels in and not quitting, just grinding it out. Hopefully I'll get to the other side, or I may need a quick deload before the cut's done. So little run through of where we're at. This week is week 5 of the cut, I believe. I believe once this week is done, that will be 5 weeks completed. I'm just going to load up some visuals for you now so you can see exactly how I'm looking. Currently sat at 186.2 pounds, I think, anyway. My scales are at my girlfriend's house, but I held 186.2 pounds for the last 5 days. So yesterday Ali added in some food changes just because we want to be proactive. Because this cut is on a deadline, it will be finished at the end of March because I go to South Africa for a fortnight. So there's no room forever. We're not going to allow any weeks where we potentially don't lose weight. So we are jumping the gun, per se. If we had more time, we wasn't in a delay, we may have just, waited the week before making some changes. But because we've got a deadline, usually what's happening at the minute is I'll check in with Ali multiple times per week just to see where my body weight is. So we have made some changes. Now, I was wrong. It's actually week 6 we are in at the moment. So we started at 202 pounds. We're down to 186. So done about 16 pounds in, well, we're on Thursday now, so that's in about 6.5 weeks, which isn't too bad, I don't think. Now, macros and where we're at. So food got pulled down yesterday. Now, I split my calories into training day and rest day. I typically have more food on a training day. Training day calories is at 2,392. And my rest day calories are at 2,162. Now, I've not really had any issues with hunger whatsoever. Like I said before, it's 09:20 at the minute. I've not even had meal 1 yet. Simply because now that I'm dieting, I do push meal 1 back to around about 11, 12 o'clock. Simply on the reason of I don't want to be hungry before bed. So these opening hours, I'll tend to work and just drink coffee and have some nicotine just to put off my appetite for a bit. And then if I eat around 11 and 12, then I've got 8, 9 hours just to get in my my last 5 meals, which works much better for me because I'd rather be hungry in the morning than hungry at night. Now, of course, with the food, I am running a meal plan. Now, any of my clients watching this, you'll know my opinion on meal plans. I do believe they are the best to get the best result possible. Of course, I do have some guys who do flexible dieting. That does work. No two ways around it. But I personally believe to get like a very good level of shredded, we're talking like sub 10%. We need to remove the brain thought of food, I think. I think when you're on flexible dieting, you are constantly thinking about food all the time. Oh, should I eat this? Should I eat that? You're opening your cupboards at night. And I just feel when your food is low as fuck and you've been dieting for a while and food focus is high, I feel that can just become detrimental because you're going to be trying to squeeze in foods that you probably shouldn't be having. Whereas you're on a meal plan, it's just like, right, these are my 5 meals. That's going in. Nothing else to think about. And then if you know there's any meals you're getting bored of, just say to your fucking coach on the weekend, hi mate, I don't want to eat this meal anymore, can we change it? And then you get it changed, because the better you execute your dieting phase, the shorter it's going to take. And if you just keep fucking up because you're giving yourself too many options being flexible, then you're just slowing yourself down. Now, that's not to say like all 5 of my meals, they're the only thing I eat, because I do macro track sometimes, and what I mean by that is like I'll stick to my meal plan all the time, but if there's ever a time, you know, where life just lifes, and what I mean by that is like you've got a meal on your meal plan you're not able to eat because you are in a life situation, if you will, then I'll just macro track that meal and I'll just eat something, whether I go into the shop or whether there's something at my girlfriend's house, and I'll just match the calories and I'll match the protein. And doing that gives a little bit of flexibility, but it also removes the restriction which some people feel with a meal plan. And that's how I work with most of my clients, to be fair. I have some guys who do just flexible diet all the time, but that's probably about 10%. I've got about 40% of my lads who are just on a meal plan. But I'd say half my lads, I actually give them a meal plan spine, if you will. You know, I find out all the foods they like, all the foods they don't like. I give them a guide for what their macros are, but then through my app, the Spartan Coaching app, they do have the facility to track macros as well. So they can work from the spine, but whenever there's something that they don't want to eat on there, then they will just macro track alongside it. So they've got both elements, if you will. They've got the support and the security of the meal plan, so they can lean on that if they're ever unsure. But if they're a bit bored of something, they can just add in something nice, and they've got the calories and proteins there of what they need to be hitting. So, quick little tangent for you there before we kick things off. So, I will be back with you boys for meal 1, which will be a favourite meal of the day: cheese and ham toasty with a salmon fillet and some fruit. So, I'll see you soon. And here we have it, boys. Meal 1 going down. I've rode this one out until 12:04, and it is safe to say, lads, I'm fucking starving. So, meal 1, what have we got here? Definitely not the prettiest meal of the day. We've got a cheese and ham toasty there, 100 grams of sourdough, 50 grams of ham, 15 grams of reduced cheese. We've got a salmon fillet. Yeah, I know the combo's a bit weird, but I can just eat that really easily. And then we've just got some grapes on the side. I do usually have blueberries, but I opted for grapes this week, and I've just reduced the amount compared to what I have for blueberries. Now, it is an odd combination, I'm well aware, but I've had this in. I had this meal in my whole push-up phase, and it was just easy because I can eat in the morning, but I can't eat a lot in the morning. So with the foods that I'm going for in the morning, I want something that is easy to eat. Salmon fillet, that's gone in 4 or 5 mouthfuls, and then I get to have a fucking cheese and ham toasty after it. Who doesn't like a cheese and ham toasty? And then, of course, the berries / grapes are just for some micronutrients, a bit of sweetness after it. So this is meal 1. I'm going to polish this off now because I'm fucking starving. Then I'm going to get on some meal prep for the rest of the morning. Need to do my bolognese for the next 7 meals of it. So I'm going to get on this, smash this, and then next meal is pre-workout. So after I've done my meal prep and I've done the pre-workout, well, I've got my pre-workout meal. I'll show you what it's like. It's in a bit. Okay, boys, we are back for meal 2, pre-workout meal. We are on, let's move this down, protein oats. They look absolutely fantastic. So, what's in here? 50 grams of oats, with 45 grams of malted chocolate whey protein, basically Malteser flavour, 75 grams of strawberries, and then 75 grams of other berries like black currants, red currants, and raspberries, topped with a little bit of cinnamon. Look at that. Who said getting in shape meant you have to eat boring shit food? Not me. So I'm going to smash this down. Training now, well, after this, which will be chest and back, then we'll be back for meal 3. Let's go. Hello there. We are back. Post-workout meal is about to go down. I'm not going to lie, boys, I fucked it for this one. I usually have cream of rice pancakes for this meal, which is a very highly anticipated meal that I get from a lot of you guys. Every time I post it, someone's saying drop the recipe for that, and I've been meaning to, 1, record me actually making the meal with the recipe, and 2, it was supposed to be in today's video, but I've got no fucking egg whites, and when I went to the shop they didn't have any, so I've had to think on my feet, and I just bought some in the shop quickly, and that's a macro track. So it looks like shit, right? But I've had it before. I used to do this on my last cut, and it was actually really nice. So we are working with 2 bagels, 30 grams of cream cheese, reduced obviously across all of them, and then 4 turkey rashers. And the macros were pretty much bang on to what I have for my cream of rice. So I am starving, right? But the time, thanks to my fasting this morning, the time is now 10 to 6. I eat this and I've still got 2 meals left, and I'll be in bed for 10:30, 11. So I should hopefully be going to bed nice and full tonight. So I'll see you for meal 4 in a bit. Hello again. Mind the Barnet. We've had a hood on all day, and just finished up an hour on the treadmill to finish my steps off. 12,000 done and dusted. So it is 7:45. I'm ready for meal 4. Just finished boxing up all of my my meal prep. So this is bolognese. So this will be my 5th meal. I'll always make the pasta when I have it because I'm not microwaving pasta. That's grim. But did I say this for meal 4? That's meal 5, I mean. Meal 4 is going down right now. This is piri piri pork mince with sriracha mayo, and I've got sweet corn, peas, peppers, carrots, and onions in there. Now, I usually have rice with that meal as well. I make 7 of those. I made 7 of those yesterday, but with my food drop that went in yesterday or today, whenever Ali dropped my food, rice has been dropped from today. But on my rest day tomorrow, I'll actually have 2 of those. One will be with no rice, and then one will be with rice. So this is my my only no carb meal of the day on training day. No doubt I'll have 2 no carb meals before the time the cut's done. Maybe even 3. May get to the point I just have carbs pre and post workout. But we'll see. For now, calories are in a pretty decent spot. So gonna tuck into this now, get that down, and then I am off to my girlfriend's where I'll be eating meal 5, and you can see the dog. Just noticed my fucking mic's not even on. Oh well. Mistakes were made. Episode 1. We're bound to have teething problems. I'm going to chow this down now, and I'll see you back for meal 5. See you in a bit. Okay, last and final one of the day. The bolognese. Now, I'm supposed to have 80 grams of pasta with this, but we've had to compromise because it's late, I need a shower, and it takes me about 40 minutes to boil my pasta because I like it to go like mush. So, once I finish that, with the calories from the pasta, we get to take down this bad boy. Look at that. That is 250 or something calories worth of carbs. Corn cakes, popcorn, and lentil chips. Low fat, high carb, and delicious. So, sit a bit.